Hey, good afternoon for me. Good morning to some. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'm looking forward to the conversation for today. I am happy to be back on with you guys again today, and not only be back on with you guys, but I'm happy to uh, continue to raise awareness and share information for you. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a good day. The weather is warming up a little bit. It's still a little chilly down south, but I hope everybody's being safe and warm and all is well with you all with that. Again, man, I just want to encourage the community to keep smiling. Not only keep smiling, but um, not only to keep smiling, but just to have a good day. I think a lot of times we get so caught up with living that we don't live. And I think that that's something that I wanted to just encourage the community about and people within the community. You know, enjoy yourself, enjoy life, take some time out for yourself, take some time to not only enjoy yourself, but take some time to appreciate those things in life that you have. Um, because the reality is, many of us, we are blessed with so much. We just hadn't learned to really appreciate it. But I wanted to get on here today, man, and talk for a little bit. And there's a lot of different things that I want to discuss, but one of the main things I am going to discuss is what's really going on with the illegal gaming sites in Perry County. So that's what the main thing. But a lot of different things I wanted to talk about and use this as a point to raise awareness and to educate because my whole thing is educate to elevate, educate to elevate. And but what's really going on with the illegal gaming sites in Perry County? That's a real good topic of discussion, and I feel it's a necessary topic to talk about. But there's some things that have been going on. Not only some things been going on, but there's a lot of things that been brought to light, and I want to bring things to light. And as you see, what I've been doing on a daily basis is I've been focusing on providing credible, presenting things in a respectful manner, presenting things in a manner where it is easily understood, and providing credible resources so people can actually see for themselves and see with their own eyes and look at things and be able to come to a conclusion for themselves and make a determination for themselves. But I was having a very interesting discussion with my mom earlier. And what y'all see, hey, I like this shirt. I want to see, it says, some things are better left alone. Like me, for instance. I just like the shirt. I saw it. I said, man, I had to get me one. What I wanted to do is, me and my mom had a very good conversation earlier, and I wanted to take a time to have a discussion for the community and bring up some talking points that I think that aren't really discussed a lot. If you sit down and think about it, there's a lot that we deal with in the Black Belt that have been long-term impacts within our community. Many of those impacts we don't really discuss. Why? Because it had become so normalized to us that it's been a way of life. But because we don't discuss it, because we haven't had those conversations, openly had those conversations in a non-emotional way, what we tend to do is we tend to keep going down the same rabbit hole. Now, what you saying, Shep? Shep, what are you talking about? This is what I'm discussing. This is the conversation that I'm talking about. Many of us don't realize that grew up in the Black Belt. We don't realize that we are still suffering from the residue of Jim Crow, of segregation within our community. And you're going to say, some people going to be like, oh man, here he go. He talking about race. He talking about this, that, and the third. No, I'm going to be very clear, very pointed, and provide a chronological steps to show how things aren't as long ago as we think. And that's how people that are in positions of power continue to use that to manipulate the emotions of our community and keep us divided instead of coming together to work towards progressing and moving forward. Now, Shep, what do you mean? Now, segregation in Alabama began in the late 60s, early 70s. So I'm just going to use 1970 as a starting point. Because if you look at it, many of the schools that we talked about, for those that don't know, back during segregation and Jim Crow, many of the schools that we had, like East Perry, Hale County training schools, many of the black schools in the Black Belt were known as training schools. Greene County Training School, Hale County Training Schools. And when they went through integration, they shut down a lot of those schools. They merged schools. They talked about West Side being merged with East Perry, being merged with Francis. And, in Greensboro, which is the school that I graduated from, West Campus, used to be West Campus, was Greensboro High School. They converted Hale County Training School over to East Campus because the compromise for segregation was they still were going to keep two schools open, but it went up to state as one school, right? So and it didn't dawn on me until a few years ago. I'm 46 years old. I graduated high school in 1998. It didn't dawn on me until about 4 or 5 years ago that I went to a segregated school. Do you guys know that as in my primary education experience, and me going to Hatch for kindergarten and me going to Greensboro East Campus from 1st grade to 12th grade, that I never went to school with a white person from kindergarten to 1st grade, like that went to my school. Now, West Campus in Greensboro had white kids to go to that school, but not one white person ever went to East Campus. Now, why am I like, okay, Robert, why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about this? Why is this relevant to right now? I'm explaining why it's relevant. Greensboro didn't fully integrate until the 2015-2016 school year, after they shut down Sunshine and Akron. So if you think about it, the 2015-2016 school year, that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. 11 years ago. At the time, I was out of high school 17 years. So that was 2015 when the residue of segregation went away in Hale County. And I'm just using Hale County. I'm using Greensboro because that's the school I went to. Now, okay, Robert, well, what they got to do with us right now? The reason why it took that long was because that was just how things were. And like I said, it didn't even dawn on me that I went to a segregated school until about 5 years ago. Now, I'm going to tell you how intentional things were behind it. East and West Campus both had 2 principals, 2 assistant principals, right? But they went up to the state as one school. East Campus had the basketball, they had the track, and they had volleyball. West Campus had baseball, football, and eventually had softball. Do you guys know that, and then, they had Southern Academy, which Southern Academy is one of the oldest private schools in the state. But do you guys know that in Little League, when I played Little League in Greensboro baseball, we all integrated. That was fully integrated. We all played white and blacks. It was fully integrated. But when we went to school, many of the athletic white kids went to Southern Academy. Do y'all know that the entire time I played basketball from my 7th grade year to 11th grade year, and I supported the basketball team my senior year, but I got a job working at Ward's. It was only one white guy that came out and played basketball. I don't recall one white girl ever playing. And even for the track team, I think maybe 1 or 2 white person ever ran, and I ran track from 7th grade to 12th grade year. Now, Robert, why are you bringing it up? I'm bringing that up is because that feeds into the psyche of a lot of us. That's why it's so easy for people to use race to divide us. That's why I'm just telling people that is why that the people that are in power now can use race. That's why the narrative, and I want y'all to see the narrative and see how people do this, right? I want people to see the narrative. Because I've been speaking out, and because there's been some white people that's been supporting me, and because they agree with the things I've been talking about, There are certain people from African American people have tried to paint me as I'm a MAGA supporter and I support Jim Crow just because of that. Even during the last mayoral election in Marion, many people used the race card against Travis Perkins because Travis Perkins had white people that support him. And the narrative is, oh, well, you know, if the white person support them, then they just trying to control them. I just want people to see the psyche behind it and how black people use race to pander to their own benefit. But then how the psyche of always being comfortable and used to things being the way that it is creates an environment of fear that imprison us to perpetuate the same stuff that we go through. Like, I just want us to see that. And until we be honest about it, until we be honest about, you know what, these are the tactics and the schemes and the things that people are doing. Because, see, comfortable people are they are so into their comforts, right? But a lot of people don't realize that comforts become the prison that keeps us in the same place next year and year after that. This is the funny thing. Many of us are so frustrated with what we see right now. But because change requires us to do something unfamiliar, what we end up doing is we begin to fight against change because we fear the unknown of what we see. We know that there's something else better out there, but because we are scared of it, then we will fight to keep what we got and still complain about what we got every day. And the same politicians come back year after year with the same old tired message over and over again and playing on that chord over and over again. And we buy it hook, line, and sinker. And I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans. Libertarian, independent. It don't matter what. I don't care if you're in the Jedi party. I'm talking about it. I'm being honest. And that's the conversations that they don't want us to have. Why? Because what I'm talking about is unity as a community. That's a bar. Unity as a community. Unity as a community don't care about political party. Unity as a community cares about actual results. Unity about community is not afraid to try new things because they realize the old things ain't working. Like, if I say that I want to lose weight, but then I complain about me having to change my eating habits or drink a little bit more water or exercise a little bit more and make small changes, then do I really want to lose weight? But what I do is I sit around and complain about my knee hurting and my back hurt and I'm having all these health problems, but I don't want to change. I don't want to change, do something different, but I want the results to change. So I look for the quick fix stuff. Like, let me get Ozempic. Let me get all this stuff and stuff that's going to keep me from having to do things. And the only thing it really takes is a little discipline for us to change the small things and stay consistent with it. That is the message that I wanted to talk about because that has been the number one goal behind why I've been doing what I've been doing. See, I know people love to have conversation. People love to try to make up stuff that don't know, right? People say, oh, man, you know, people, I hear what people say. I hear you, right? Somebody said that, man, every day, man, he talking about that man. And now it don't even seem like, you know, it may be, it like more like he bullying right now. My question to you is, for those that have said that, my question to you is, how is providing factual information about the actions of elected officials bullying? Now, the counter question to that is, why do a certain elected official have so much information that can be refuted with facts? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Right? And this is the thing. When you love something, when you truly have a compassion and love for something, you're going to hold it accountable. You ain't going to sit there and just let it flap. I'm not going to sit back and not speak up about the wrongdoings that I see going on back home because people have been too silent, too scared to say something for a number of reasons. And the funny thing is, I have the courage to speak up. A lot of people hadn't because they've been, they know they've been retaliated against. They know that, people fear a lot of stuff. People fear their family member losing jobs. They fear all of this stuff. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. But again, I said before, where have I lied at? Where have I put out some wrong information? And I have lied about it. I have consistently said, if I have misspoke and you have credible information to provide me that information, and I will come back on here as loud as I was to call for accountability, right? To call for accountability, than I did. And I've already done that. And you know what's funny? All of the people that have something against what I'm saying, you know what they never say? They never say that I lied. They never say that I haven't been professional. They never say that I have been consistent. That's what they don't say, right? They just probably upset because I provide facts against somebody that they support. Now, and I made this post this morning. I want to share it with you guys. There's a lot of other stuff I got to share. But here it go. This is one of the quotes that I did. I be doing quotes all the time. Here it goes, sorry. And the quote said, "It's hard for many people to appreciate the value of something if they are only used to invaluable things and aren't used to having something of value." Right? I'll read it again. It's hard for many people to appreciate the value of something if they are only used to invaluable things and aren't used to having something of value. That's why I talked about what I talked about. We are so used to and been conditioned to mediocrity, right? We went from mediocrity. We're so used to mediocrity that when somebody comes and say, hey, it's a better way, even if they from there, we look at them like they think they better than us. And y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. We got many people who grew up back home, went and lived in other places, and then they come back and they see, hey man, this ain't right. But then they'll be looked at as they think they better than. That's that mindset. Because we're not used to something, we feel like that if somebody come and try to change it, then they feel like they better than. Talking to a good friend of mine today, grew up in the Black Belt, and he make a living in money management. That's what he do. He deal with finances. When I say we grew up together, grew up playing together, same neighborhoods, same everything, right? Go home, he try to talk to people about certain stuff and give them certain pointers on how they can move different and make better decisions that will financially benefit them. And he get pushed back like, oh man, you think you better than us. Huh? Like, I just want us to realize that. I know people probably say that about me. Oh, I think I'm better than blah, 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 blah. If you do that, man, that's on you. But I just wanted to get that off my chest and have that discussion. Now, before we even get to talking about the gaming system, because look, I want y'all to take a look at this. This morning, I saw this post, right? It was a public notice. The Perry County Commission has scheduled an emergency call meeting. The meeting has been scheduled for Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2026, 9 a.m. at the Albert Turner Senior Courthouse Annex. The purpose for this emergency meeting is to discuss the jail, right? Now, this is why I wanted to bring the question. Why has this public notice about an emergency meeting, emergency Perry County Commission meeting on February 3rd to discuss the jail been so secretive? There were no announcements on the meeting on the Perry County Commission page or Albert Turner page. Official Facebook page like they did in December when they had an emergency meeting to discuss holiday pay. So let's go to the commission, Perry County Commission page. All right, that's a featured one. That's a schedule update. Y'all see they posted it, right? They posted it on there about the meetings then. On the 31st, they posted. Garbage collections, they posted. Let's go back, because we're going to go to talk about the landfill. They post all about that, right? That's what they inform the community from this page. Martin Luther King Day, talk about solid waste observance. Let's go back to December, because I know it was posted. Talk about stuff being closed and letting everybody know, keeping the community informed. Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at this. On the 19th of December, the Perry County Commission will hold an emergency call meeting on Monday, December the 22nd at 8:30. The purpose, payroll. Now, why would they go through that to announce that, but not announce the one about the jail? Now, we can go with Alabama law, and what Alabama law, I just want, listen, we're going to take an educational journey today. ChatGPT. Now, I'm about to show y'all. Alabama law about emergency meetings for a county commission. And y'all see what I do, right? And I'm letting it think, and while it think, I'm going to come back, but y'all see what I do. This is why I go, this is how I go get information. So if y'all think that I know everything, I don't. I just know how to ask questions. Then I go and I read. And it'll tell you. Now, this is what Alabama law said, what the actual Alabama law that governs it, right? So we can see in reference to state law. Now, this is just me. You telling me that, oh, that's according to the law? That ain't good enough for me. I'm going to tell you why. Because people say the law said this. What law said it? I'm that specific, so I can go to it. Because a lot of people can speak in general, they can speak generally, and they can speak vague as to give themselves some validity. But here it goes. In Alabama, a county commission emergency meeting rules mainly come from the county commission meeting statute and the Alabama Open Meetings Act. County commission emergency meeting, Alabama Code 11-3-8. Who can call it? The commission chair may call an emergency meeting, right? And this goes to the law. And this is why I tell you, look, everything has Alabama open meeting law, right? It's 63 pages and it goes over all of this information. This is the information that is available to the people. So the people can go in and read it, right? Notice time, the normal 5-day posting requirement for a special meeting does not apply in an emergency. Still requires notice step, right? Post the time, date, location in a public conspicuous courthouse location. The standard county posting method. Notify local media outlets that have a written request on file for meeting notice. Right? Now, this right here, I assume, here's what I assume came from, this right here is what I assume was posted at the courthouse to meet that requirement. But the way that it was done, based off what they done before on their social media page, why wasn't posted it on there? Because, let's go. I want y'all to see. Y'all see here. This was the last thing posted on Albert Turner page. Commissioner's pit. Nothing about the emergency meeting. Now, I'm curious when they said jail. I'm curious when they say jail because listen, I'm about to go back. I'm about to do it today. I'm doing it today because I just wanted to show people just what the truth is. What the truth is. Man, we like people like to play games. People like to do stuff. And y'all know just a couple of days ago, there was a post, and I'm going to it on my page. A couple of days ago, there was a post about showing that Albert called the news station to come in and do an article. Right? Here you go. A couple of days ago, on January 31st, I made a post that was titled, "What's the real cost of repairs for Perry County Jail?" Right? And then it shows in this video showing Albert saying, in the videos, it shows Albert saying that it was $86,000 to fix the jail. Right? That was at the last, I'm sorry. That was during the State of the County address. Right? Now, on the 29th, 4 days later, he told the WSFA 12 News that it was $98,000, and they probably need $200,000 to $250,000 to fix it. Now, Albert said before at the last commission meeting, they voted on $86,616, right? So my question to it is, then, Albert, why would you go to the newspaper, call the newspaper in? Why would you go to the newspaper, call the newspaper in, and tell them you spent $98,000 cash, ask the school board, not the school board, ask the commission at the last commission meeting to vote, and they voted for $86,611 for the jail, but then secretly, underhandedly, not informing the community about an emergency meeting. And I'm guessing it's about increased funding that they need to spend on the jail. Now, y'all already know that I showed y'all that Albert said according to the budget, they had $222,000 at the beginning of the year in surplus. Now, he said they done spent $49,000, they done spent $44,000, and then they done spent $88,000. That left them about $43,000 left. Where is money coming from, my boy? Where is money coming from? And how much money is it? Why you ain't post that on your page? Why you being secretive? Why you using Alabama law as the chairman to call the meeting? Why you having a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning when other chairmen's probably working? Why you not having it later in the evening so the community can attend it? Huh? Why? And see, this is the other thing. Let me go and listen. I just want people, I want people to see this. I want people to see this. Let me go to my page and let me search my page and let me type in the good keyword, furlough. Let me type in that word, furlough. Let me see. Yep, the 31st. The 31st of January, under the post I made under the title, "How Long Would the Lies Go?" Right? And I talked about he talked about repair time. Right? He talking about inmates. This is what he said back in October. Inmates remain gone. Right? And then no, this ain't it. Let me keep going down. Where the furloughs at? There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where is it at? I got the news article. Here you go. That's what I wanted to get to, the news article. Y'all see this, right? Albert called them in and said Perry County Jail closed for months after inmate escape. Repairs force temporary furloughs. And I want y'all to see this quoted Albert. So the author of this was Jessica Knox. Y'all can reach out to her too and ask her about, hey, have y'all heard an update on it? Right? Let me go here. Let me go. Look, they're gonna, and so Perry County has spent $98,000 in cash from the county's general funds on repairs. Officials now estimate total costs could reach between $200,000 and $250,000. Temporary furloughs. With no inmates housed locally, repairs still underway, the county has decided to temporarily furlough jail employees. Now, ain't nobody been furloughed. Like I told y'all, that's Sheriff Fike's call, not Albert call. But he had the audacity. Well, I'm going to go ahead and read what they quoted him to say. Turner said jailers will receive notice at the end of the current pay period and may apply for unemployment benefits if they do not have other employment. He emphasized the furloughs are not termination, and employees will be able to return once the jail reopens. Now, for everybody that got a problem with what I say, got a problem with what I do every day, why aren't you asking Albert Turner right now, why did he go to the newspaper and lie about furloughs that wasn't even happening? Telling people that they gonna get a notice at the end of this pay period. Telling those people and their families that they can apply for unemployment benefits. And the furloughs aren't termination. They'll return once the jail reopens. But you mad at me, and this guy got the audacity to call a news station to do an article to perpetuate a lie that he knows not true because the Perry County Commission didn't vote on it. And when he went to other commissions, they said that is the sheriff call. Is it the jail employees' fault that jail was not built up to code when they built it back in 2004 or whenever they built it back? Is it their fault that they didn't fix the violations that the fire marshal did back on them in December 2020? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? And then he had the audacity to go on the radio station this Sunday and talk about the only reason why the jail closed is because somebody influenced the sheriff to call the fire marshal. Like the sheriff ain't got a mind of his own. And even if they did the right thing. Just want people to see. Showing y'all receipts. But those who are choosing to remain ignorant about the matter, listen, I cannot do anything about willful ignorance. This man called it like this is what I say. People say, I'm speaking directly to what people have said about me. Man, every day is like he bullying the guy right now. Now think about this. I'm coming to my Facebook page that you coming to, providing credible and factual information in chronological order that's easy to follow so people can see, and showing the patterns that people can see. That you have a choice that you can block me and not see it, but you coming to see it every day. But Albert got the audacity to call a news station and intentionally lie to him, knowing the truth about there ain't no furloughs for these jail employees. And I showed y'all the proof that he had a personal vendetta against Sheriff Fikes ever since Sheriff Fikes stood up to him and took him to court about whose roles and responsibility it is. He started talking furloughs back in October. And they still ain't furloughed to this day. But y'all see the difference. The difference used to be he would do it on his page. Now he afraid, and he's really being a coward, and he's trying to use the news station because he did the same thing with the Barnett King Center. And y'all be thinking that when I call this out, y'all be thinking that it's personal. No, it's not personal. Sharing facts. Sharing facts. Now, I showed y'all the Alabama law, and I showed y'all this proof. So let me get back to the conversation for today. Right? And the conversation for today is, and this right here, man, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know who y'all talking to, but y'all may need to send this to somebody because this thing about to get real good. It about to get real good. About 4 hours ago, I shared this post. Now, I want to identify who's in these photos. That's Perry County Commission Chairman Albert Turner. That's 4th Judicial Circuit District Attorney Robert Turner Jr. And that's Perry County Sheriff Roy Fikes right there, right, for reference, right? And I asked the question, well, I made the statement, there seems to be more with illegal gaming sites in Perry County, Alabama. On January the 2nd, I made a Facebook post under the title, Is Illegal Gaming Happening in Perry County and Surrounding Areas? In this post, I shared a post from the District Attorney Robert Turner Jr. Let me go to his page so we can see. Y'all see that, right? The 26th of August. This is Robert Turner Jr., District Attorney, 4th Judicial Circuit of Alabama, in which he said, notice to business owners, slot gaming machines are illegal in Alabama under Code 13A-12-27, possession of a gambling device. Violators face fines up to $6,000 and or 1 year in jail for a misdemeanor, and felony charges for repeat or aggravated offenses. Enforcement of this law is forthcoming in Bibb, Dallas, Hale, Perry, and Wilcox County. Business owners are urged to remove illegal machines immediately to avoid prosecution. If they are legalized, then do your thing. Until then, we've said what we said. Robert H. Turner Jr., District Attorney, 4th Judicial Circuit of Alabama. Now, y'all can see that was shared 94 times, right? 94 times, a lot of likes, right? Now, y'all see verbatim, this is what it is, and that's the link to it. In that same post, not his post, but in my post, I said, people have made several reports and social media posts saying that illegal slots machines may still be running in different places around the community. People have mentioned spots like the old Paint and Body Shop on Highway 14, as well as places near Mike's Store by CT South, the old Quickway in Marion, Alabama area, and the liquor store in Uniontown, Alabama. Please see the link below in reference to my Facebook post. And I'm about to go to it so y'all can see, right? This is where I got it from. Now, scroll down. On January the 20th, I made a Facebook post under the title, Update on Illegal Gaming in Perry County and Surrounding Areas. In this post, I said, people also reported Chairman Turner leaving another place on Highway 5, heading towards Brent, Alabama, a few weeks after my post on January the 2nd, 2026. The report says business owners were told to close for a few weeks to the community so the community wouldn't be upset. That place has been closed since Chairman Turner visited and supposedly to be open again on January the 20th, 2026. Then, on January the 19th, a video was posted on social media showing the old Quickway in Marion on fire, with the fire department trying to put it out. If y'all don't believe me, here go my post. Right? And this is what I posted. That's a picture of Mike's, and then that's a picture of the Quickway burning that night on the 19th. Now, how I saw it on the morning of the 20th, because the morning of the 20th was when they had I was in Marion for the Martin Luther King birthday celebration and unity breakfast. Now, this is what I said. It has since been reported that Alabama State Fire Marshal Office conducted an investigation into the fire at Quickway gas station that burned on January the 19th, 2026. It has been reported that the Fire Marshal Office determined that the fire was a result of arson and made arrests in Marion, Alabama, connected to it on yesterday, February the 2nd, 2026. Since my last post on January the 20th, many of the alleged illegal gaming sites that mysteriously shut down after January the 2nd, 2026 have reopened. I've seen numerous Facebook posts and confirmation of that they are back open right now. It has also been alleged that Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner had numerous ATMs, automated teller machines, in these establishments. It has also been alleged that many of these establishments have been allowed to operate because elected officials have been paid kickbacks to turn a blind eye to them? Here are a few questions to think about. Since the district attorney made a Facebook post on August the 26th, 2025, have the DA's office and the sheriff department worked together to investigate those places that are said to be illegal gambling spots? That's the question. Right. The other one said, has anyone invested the claim that Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner has an ATM inside those said to be illegal gambling locations? Then the other one, number 3, after the fire marshal's office investigated the Quickway fire and arrests were made for suspected arson, do you think the fire might have been set on purpose to get insurance money? And how big do you think this situation could become? Now, information that was shared with me from credible sources from the street. I'm just being honest with you. Y'all know the streets be talking, right? Credible sources from the street, right? And I'm sharing information that was shared with me. I haven't seen an official news publication about this. I have not seen it. I'm not saying that it's not there, but I'm waiting to see, right? Because I think this thing run real deep. Right, and especially the allegations, and have other people heard? And I said alleged. Have other people heard that certain spots were allowed to operate because they were potentially getting kickbacks to elected officials to turn a blind eye? Right, that's what I'm asking. That's the question that I'm asking. Right, and then when you sit down and think about it, I'm just being honest with you. From August, let me look at the date. From August the 26th, 2025 to January the 2nd, 2026, who in Perry County seen anything being done about those alleged illegal gaming sites? But between January the 2nd and the 20th of January, if I'm not mistaken, all of those spots were temporarily shut down, and one of them were burned. And it was reported on the update. Matter of fact, let me go back to the update. I'm going back to my post on the update so we can read, because I want people to see this, right? After my post, people said that some places where illegal gambling was happening have now been shut down. One of these places was even destroyed by a fire. People also said that there was an incident involving Perry County Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner and a business owner at the old Fred's building in Marion. The report says Chairman Turner came there with law enforcement. I think they were city law enforcement. After the business owner called him out, people said he quickly went around and removed his ATMs and gaming machines from other places. One place mentioned was Mike's store near CT South. That was reported to me from credible people. And after I shared what I shared, that's when things started to happen. Now, we had a fire. And, there was people reporting that, they saw ATMs with alleged Albert Turner Enterprises on it. I know some people said that they had, they had Albert Turner name on some of the transactions, but a lot of those turned out to be the address that the store is located on. Right. But this is the thing that people don't know. Every ATM has a register number. They give you that information. They give you the ID number. Right? Now, that information is not public information, but guess what? There is, each one of their own registration. They have to register. They have to register. And that information can and will be found. I'm just telling you. Like, I just tell people this all the time. Right? And I want people to read my shirt again. some things are better left alone. Like me, for instance, right? Why am I saying that? I'm saying that in the most respectful way is sometimes we don't realize through our own arrogance and our own behavior and tolerated behavior, sometimes we don't even realize when we store up a hornet's nest, all because of our ego, right? And the thing about all of this is for years, y'all think I'm lying? For years, people have been playing in people's face within the county, within the Black Belt. And, you know, see, listen, and I'm finna tell y'all something. I'm about to show you guys something. I'm about to show you what people are fearing. See, the thing about it is, they talk about this, right? Controlling the narrative. And this is why I call Albert out about not sharing that information about the jail, the emergency meeting for the jail this morning. Because I'm finna show y'all. I'm finna show y'all firsthand proof. All right, let's go to Albert Page. We got Albert Page here, right? Now, y'all see this, right? He shared this yesterday. Black History Spotlight. He's spotlighting his father, Albert Turner Sr., which is a great thing. I just wanted to show you guys something. This is from Albert Turner Page, right? His commissioner page. Y'all look and see this, right? It was shared 38 times. When you click on the sharing, I'm going to show you guys something. You got the other people that shared it, right? You got the other people. It tells you everybody that shares it. But I'm going to show you guys something. I'm about to educate you guys so you guys can see it. As you see, it was shared 38 times. I'm letting it load. But as it loads, I want you guys to see something. Because it shows you who shared it. Right? He shared it at one time, right? To what's really happening in Marion. Then he shared it to the Marion, Alabama connection. Then he shared it to what's happening in Uniontown. That's the page that he run. He's the admin for and never approve anything that I said, right? Then Albert Turner Jr. shared it to I Am Blackness. Then he shared it to Perry County District 1. Then he shared it to Let's Talk Selma, Dallas County. Then Albert Turner Jr. shared it to what's really happening in Marion after his public Facebook page shared it there. Then Albert Turner Jr. shared it to Let's Move Marion Forward. Then Albert Turner Jr. shared it to what's happening in Marion. Then Albert Turner Jr. shared to Share Good News, inspire someone. Then he shared to Francis Marion High School friends. Then he shared it, You Know You from Marion If. Then he shared it, what's happening in Uniontown. Now y'all see that? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It shows 13. Now, if he could share that 13 different times, all those different locations, why couldn't he share the emergency meeting one time? Why couldn't he share it one time? Now, y'all saw that was his personal page that shared it and his public page. Why couldn't he share that to get that information out about the emergency meeting about the jail? Do y'all see what I'm saying? This man intentional about everything that he do. And that was one that was 38 times. Look, y'all see, let's look at this. Y'all be thinking I be lying. This was yesterday about the commissioner's pit, right? Now, my whole thing is, if this is his own personal business, If he got vested interest in this, then why is he sharing it from his commissioner page? I have no issue with it being coming from his personal page, but why are you sharing it from your official government page? Promoting a business that you potentially got business ties in. Now let's go here. One, two, three, 4, 5, same locations. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those 11 that pop up, they don't have all of them. But y'all see that? He does it when he wants to. So don't let nobody fool you guys. Right? Don't let nobody fool you guys. He didn't want that information out. He did not want that information out because he wanted to try to sneak in, talk to the board so they can approve some money so the public can't hear it. But y'all know I'm going to find out, right? I'm going to find out. And I wonder if he going to post it on his page. See, that's the thing, man. Like, that is why. So everybody that want to ask, man, why he do it every day? That's the reason why. Because that type of behavior is the type of behavior that been going on for years that y'all know been going on. But just because, you know, y'all stuck on the same old, right? The us versus them and all black people, you know, we got to stick together. No, I don't stick together with foolishness. I don't care what color you is. I don't stick together with deceit. I don't care what color you is. I don't stick together with manipulation. I don't care what color you is. And that you are right, Marina, right? He's operating and controlling what he wants them to know. All those damn pages only for a manipulator game. Yes. Y'all, listen, y'all think I'm funny. Okay, y'all don't believe me. I'm finna show y'all something, right? I did it before. All right, look, I'm finna show y'all what's happening in Uniontown, right? Y'all see this, right? What's happening in Uniontown? Now, I already showed y'all that the this is a group that Albert is an admin on. Now, I'm from Uniontown. But y'all watch this. Create a post. Good afternoon, Uniontown. Y'all watch this. Good afternoon, Uniontown. Let me post. And it's going to say pending. Your post is pending. Your post is awaiting admin approval. If the admin teams approve it, it will become visible for the group. Now, the admin team is Albert Turner. But I want to show y'all something else. Y'all see this? Albert shared it here. Let me go to comment. I'm commenting as myself right here. Good job. I just want y'all to see. Oh, snap. Hey, I appreciate that, Albert. I know you probably I know you was watching. Hey, he had to just switch that. Because listen, every time I try to comment on it, I get that error message, you don't have permission. So, Albert, I know you watching this, my boy. I know you watching it. So, hey, go ahead on, since you're doing it, go ahead on and improve, while we doing it, go ahead on and improve my post. Because if this is true, you know I got a lot of stuff to share on the, what's happening in Uniontown. Boy, I tell you, boy. Hold on, let me, about. Oh, here you go. Now, I want y'all to see this, right? And I went to about what's happening in Uniontown. Right? These are all the people. Look who the admins are. Perry County Commissioner, District 1, Albert Turner Jr. and Albert Turner Jr. Right? Days I would try to get the minutes from the meeting. It was only one subject. I would try to get it, but I just want y'all to see, because honestly, y'all think I'm joking. No, not even joking. Y'all know I got receipts when I tried to post before even comment, I was restricted. So I appreciate that, my boy. Appreciate that, my boy. Let's keep this thing going, man. And I'm glad that I can at least comment. But, that's a whole nother conversation. But y'all see that, man. Like, I just want people to know that. Like, the reason why I do what I do is to raise awareness. Period. That's why I do what I do, is to raise awareness. And a lot of this stuff, and I know for a fact, and I ain't just saying this first, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but a lot of this stuff that I've been talking about, I know for a fact would not even been brought to the public attention. A lot of this stuff would not have been brought to the public attention. And many people are upset because I'm connecting the dots on some things. And I would tell y'all this. And I'm being honest with you. If I had not been posting on a daily basis, most of the people would have just listened to the BS, the stuff that always been going on. The stuff that's been dismissive of people, y'all would have continued to listen to it. I'm just being honest with you, because it didn't come back with this. But when you get hit with something daily, it's like, golly, right? And then the thing is, like, it went from, man, I don't like that he doing that, right? He just trying to make things look bad. And I'm not making things look bad. I'm calling things as for what they are. Like, and it is so funny how people would hold me to a higher standard than the elected officials that have shown through their actions that they ain't been about nothing. Just being honest with you. The only thing I've been doing is talking about transparency, accountability, and being open and honest. Like, for example, shout out to the city of Marion. Yesterday, matter of fact, let me go to it. See, people be thinking that people be trying, there's personal vendettas. Ain't no goddamn personal vendetta. City of Marion. City of Marion. Look, they posting jobs yesterday. Like this is about an hour ago. They posted this. And y'all check out who liked it. Who liked it. Right? They got people that liked it, man. This is a good thing. Right? And then they posted disruption notice to inform the community when it's going to happen. They posted about open bids. Like yesterday, they made a post. Some of the information was hard to read, and they went back and made the correction. Like, look who liked it. Oh, dang, y'all liked it. And see, everybody like to try to paint this picture like it's personal. No, I really appreciate this. Right? And I commend them for this. The thing is this right here is the standard. So this is the bare minimum of what we should have been doing. And I fully understand that sometimes we just don't know. But the problem that we have in the black belt is we got too many people that don't know, that don't want to ask anybody that actually do know. So when somebody that actually do know talk about it, y'all gonna hit them with y'all think y'all better than us. No, I'm just telling you. Like, it's on one of my songs on my second album, the last song on the album called Eliminate Excuses, right? And in that song, I got some bars in that song. I ain't gonna lie, I got some bars in that song. But in that song, I started the song out that said, straight up and down with no chaser. You can call me a hater. I do it in love because I want us on the path to be greater. The time is now and not later, not looking for a debater. You've been blessed by the flavor of the Almighty Creator. Right? Y'all heard what I just said. Straight up and down with no chaser. Like, look, telling you how it is. You can call me a hater, like many people do. I do it in love because I want us on the path to be greater. The time is now and not later. Not looking for a debater, because we've been blessed with the flavor of the Almighty Creator. We're created for greatness, and it's time that you see it. We need to hear it, then we see it, then it's time to believe it. Y'all see, I'm like, that's what my mindset is on. My mindset is on overcoming the destructive nature of destructive and imprisoned mindset and a slavery mindset. I was talking to my mama this morning. I'm about to get spiritual on it, about to get a little deep, right? Because I am a licensed minister, right? Since everybody think I'm just hating, no, I'm a licensed minister. There's a spiritual component to this, right? And this is what I'm speaking on, that the children of Israel was led out of slavery from Egypt after being slaves for 400 years. Before they left slavery, God used Moses to perform miracles. All the 9 plagues that came and hit Egypt but didn't touch Israel. They walked, listen, God even parted the Red Sea and they walked on dry ground. And people can debate that, all of that, but I will tell you this. For those that, that may not believe that, you Google the Red Sea and Google video, go to YouTube and look up videos that they found chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea in full attack. They find horse bones, remnants of that. They find they found Egyptian chariots at the bottom of the sea, right? But they crossed the Red Sea. And I want people to understand this. Even though the children of Israel crossed the Red Sea, many of them still died in the wilderness because it took them 40 years to do an 11-day journey, because most of them mindset was still stuck on being a slave back in Egypt. Even though God provided quail and manna for them, even though they clothes didn't wear out, their mindset couldn't change from them being stuck in bondage. And watch this. Many of them could not go into the promised land, could not go into the place of abundance, could not go into a place of increase, because their mindset was still stuck on being in bondage. Now, Shep, what do you mean by that? I believe that 2026 is the year where a lot of the imprisoned mindset that's stuck in the mind of how things used to be, the mindsets are being broken. The principalities are being spoken against. Because the Bible said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? And the reason why that is so important is because it is, we need to understand Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, all right, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, I'm gonna read a different version. Let me go to my go-to NIV. For our struggles is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms. Look, y'all, I want to explain this, and I want people to take the time to look at it from this perspective. When we take the time to look at it from this perspective, we will begin to see it, right? People have been afraid of fear to speak out, of fear of retaliation, of fear of things that can be done to them. People reach out to me all the time, man, be careful. Be careful you speaking out against stuff that people don't want you to speak out against. Be careful how you move. Don't let everybody know where you're going. Why? And I'm taking full caution, but I'm just saying, think about that. Because that's about evil. That's about oppression. That's about manipulation. That's about control. That's not about empowerment. That's not about looking out for each other. That's not what that's about. Like, that's why I said it took them 40 years to do an 11-day journey because of their mindset. Y'all don't believe me? It's 2020. It's 2026. Black folks been in charge of the black belt for the last 40 years. Some that they fought for a long time because they talk about all the oppression, all of the stuff that was before. And they got right in them seats and became the very thing that they complained about. And y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. And if y'all, and this is the thing, when we start to see this is the thing. We would be far more further if we had people that weren't playing these political games. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm sharing this information so people can see. Now, Albert, appreciate you allowing me to comment now. Go ahead on and approve my post, man. Stop blocking me from proving the post of what's happening in Uniontown when I'm from Uniontown. You know what you did, man. You know what you did. Just being honest with you. And you know I got receipts, my boy. Now I can show that I wasn't able to comment. I'm glad that you changed it while I was on here right now. But the other thing is, with all of that, why you secret about this meeting? Tell the people how much money the jail really gonna cost. Tell the people that you failed as a commissioner to address the issues in the jail. What happened to that $600,000 that's in 2022 that's supposed to went to retrofit the jail? What happened to the $200,000 in 2021 that's supposed to do the COVID stuff in there? What happened with that, my boy? And Albert, since you said yesterday, I showed yesterday how when it was cold, you said people call you, you made it happen about opening up the warming station when they already made the weather announcement about it. Won't you go ahead on and get them contracts ready for me? I'm going to ask for them. I'm just letting you know. Just go ahead on and let the clerk know that all the contracts that are dealing with COVID, dealing with that jail, dealing with the Barnett King Center, all those contracts, just go ahead and have them ready for me, my boy. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And I know you like to take pictures. So when I get my tags and I when I register to vote in Perry County, I get my tags. I get my tags and I get my ID. I'll come by your office and we can take a picture if you want to. Since I won't no longer be an outsider, I'll be an insider. Because, according to you, my boy, I didn't have any way to speak about none of this because I didn't live in Perry County. Yep. I'm dead serious. I'm asking for those through the Alabama Open Record Act. I'm asking for those. I'm going to officially request all of them. Right. And then Hicks John said, God offers repeated opportunities for forgiveness, redemption, and new beginnings. But if you fail to take heed, sometimes you go to jail. Listen. They say pride comes before destruction. Ego. Albert, it is clear that you have been doing some wrong stuff. Only thing I ask you to do is, if I have lied, provide any tangible proof that I can see, then I'll go back and I'll let the people know. Right? But, but your pride and your ego led you to Foxtrot Alpha, Foxtrot Oscar. And I just spoke phonetically for some people, but Foxtrot Alpha, Foxtrot Oscar means FAFO. Right? Which really just my shirt say, some things are better left alone. Like me, for instance. Right? You FAFO. And I just come with the facts daily. Nothing ever personal. I ain't got nothing against you. I don't. I mean, I honestly don't. And if you need me to help you with something, I'm more than willing to help you. And I mean that on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And I told you, you got my number. You got my number. If you need me to help you with something, I will help you. But what I would not tolerate is, I would not tolerate any disrespect towards my family. Any rumors and lies that try to be put out, or any intimidation tactic that try to be used. No, that's not happening. Because guess what? It's not intimidation. When you share facts, it's not intimidation. You're a public official of 25 years. You talk about all of this stuff. Where are the actual tangible results? Everything that you claim, Albert, and everything that you claim on your ads, you talked about you got people raises and you did that. Okay, that's a good thing, but that would have to be a majority vote from the commission. That wasn't a solely Albert Turner thing. What are those things? Since you got, self-claiming, got all of this extensive knowledge on grant writing and being on the rural grants, how many grants that you've personally gotten for Perry County since you've been in for 25 years? Let's talk about the deals and the things that you put your name on, right? Like the Perry County, about the hotel that Perry County is still paying a $1.3 million for. That Perry County bought the furniture in there. You see what I'm talking about? Or the jail that Perry County paid $5.3 million that we now have an emergency meeting that we got to pay more money to the jail when they got $600,000 back in 2022 for it to make these same upgrades that they need to make right now. That they got $200,000 to do the COVID updates that you said that was done. Then you came back and said, hey, we had to send back $50,000 for it. Like, what about the having to send money back because they didn't finish the project on the old Perry County jail? But then you come back and you say, well, people always talk about the negative. Well, you talk about positive, but you always spin it in a way that is all about you. Why don't you never take responsibility? You the chairman. You the chairman, my boy. So why don't you take responsibility for failing to do the right thing to keep the jail up? You see what I'm saying? And then the district attorney. Let's go into the district attorney. How much collaboration been done with the sheriff department about these illegal gaming places? There was an announcement made in August, but ain't none started shaking until after I made my post on January the 2nd. Now, I ain't saying that I had anything to do with it, but what I am saying is ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened. But man, I hope you guys have a great day, man. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. And look out for, go on Educate to Elevate 334. Go on that YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. Uploaded the Marion City Council meeting last night. Try to do my best to get hold of all of those so it can be a video repository that people can go and you can watch. Stay informed. Stay informed. Stay informed. It's so important to stay informed. And to everybody that got something or don't like what I'm doing, I said it before and I'll re-say it again. You can easily block me. You can snooze me too. Right? But if you're coming to my page to read information, to gain information, if you don't like what I'm doing, if you come, at least engage. At least disengage. Or disagree. Right? And if you got something, if you want to talk to me about something, again, if you want to, because this is the thing, this is so funny. I have never formed an opinion about somebody I don't know. I never formed an opinion about somebody I don't know. I don't have a personal opinion about President Donald J. Trump because I don't know him personally. I can make an assessment based off of actions that he does as a president in the office of the president, but I don't know him personally. So I don't make it an assumption of it. If I know somebody personally, even if I know you personally, I can still judge you differently based off of what role you fulfill. And people miss that, man. This is basic stuff, right? And don't forget what I talked about at the beginning. Many of us, man, we got to deal with this, man. Look, what people don't realize is most people in the black belt are only about 10 years removed from the full-fledged effects of segregation. And if we don't mentally deal with that and address that, we will continue to allow those in power to manipulate us to think otherwise. And, you know, I am committed to keep raising awareness. I'm going to raise awareness. I appreciate the people for reaching out. Just, you know, telling me, man, I learned a lot from the information that you share. You know, again, this thing ain't personal. It is a commitment. And I realized that it had to be a commitment, because if you didn't do it, then people would just blow it away. And sadly, y'all know I'm not lying, but people's attention span ain't that long. It ain't that long. Yeah, I joke, I laugh, I do a little something. I do a little minor impersonation because it's entertaining, right? Keeps people attention. But I show people step by step on certain things they can do, right? But with all that being said, in the voice of Albert Turner Jr., I hope that you guys have a blessed day. Amen, amen, and amen. From the commissioner, the chairman, from the chairman. Y'all have a great day.